Next question, the member for Davenport.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. This question is for the Premier. Speaker, throughout this pandemic, parents have tried to make the right choices to keep their kids safe, while also making sure they aren't set back a year in their learning. But thanks to a staggered and piecemeal approach that left class sizes too big and buses too crowded, thousands of students across this province never returned to school at all. In Toronto, 5,500 students didn't return. In London, 1,000. In Hamilton, the public board reports it's missing 1,756 kids. Speaker, we all know the way education is funded in Ontario, and that means that dollars follow students. Enrollment has been completely disrupted by the pandemic and by this government's inconsistent policies. The corresponding drop in funding for those students will mean millions of dollars budgeted for schools will vanish unless the Premier acts, will he?
Government House Leader.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. Appreciate the question from the member opposite. Look, the member opposite knows that the Minister of Education and the Premier have committed significant, in fact, historic amounts to education. Obviously, this is a challenging time, not only for the people of the province of Ontario, for our students, but school boards who have done, frankly, a spectacular job in helping assure that the funding that we have set aside for schools during the pandemic is getting to the students. I know from my own experience in my board and my kids, one in the Catholic system, one in the public system, the experience has been nothing short of spectacular. And I want to, I guess opposite of what the member is saying, congratulate the teachers in the two boards that I am fortunate enough to work with. They've done a great job. Students are learning. It is certainly different, Mr. Speaker, but they're getting the job done, and I want to thank our educators for that.
A supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, if boards and schools are doing such a great job, keep the money there. Give them the assurance they need. Repeating the same numbers from back in August is not going to make these problems go away. The minister needs to listen to families, listen to frontline workers in our schools. Many have taken to social media using the hashtag AuntEdReality to share what's really happening. One teacher wrote that as families were trying to make Halloween as fun for their kids as possible, he was busy rearranging classrooms once again to accommodate even more students as classes are collapsed and class sizes continue to grow. Others are asking, where are these new custodians? Speaker, Ontario's COVID cases are breaking records every few days. We can no longer wait to see how this will all pan out. We need urgent action to protect our students and keep schools open as long as possible. Will the Premier take action now? Thank you.
Government House Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Of course, we have continued right from the beginning of the pandemic. Took very swift action to ensure that our students were safe. We did that by working with not only our school boards, but with our education partners, the union leaders, to make sure that we rolled out a system that worked as best as it could for the students of the province of Ontario. Will we continue to invest in students? Absolutely. We've done that right since our first budget, Mr. Speaker. We are the only government to make significant investments in education in such a short period of time. I'm quite proud of that, Mr. Speaker. This is a very challenging time, obviously. Surely to goodness, the member opposite can appreciate how difficult it has been to bring forward online learning, to bring forward protection for our students, those who want to go to school, and those and for the teachers. We've been able to do that. It has been a success.
Response?
Does that mean, Mr. Speaker, that we stop? No. We, of course, redouble our efforts because parents will do different things and students will want different things. This government will be prepared for whatever our parents and whatever our students want by working with our teachers and our educators to make sure we get it right.